blue of the western sky comes
Runway DFW.
Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW in color. Now, here is your host, Walt Zwerko.
Hello everyone, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be on this big blue marble. It's Walt here, live at DFW Airport on Thursday, November 10th, 2022. And where'd the fog go? There's no fog. If you were here on Tuesday, you knew that we were just enveloped in a thick fog around this same time. But that is not the case this morning. We've got clear skies. Looks like we're going to have a beautiful sunrise. And we'll be with you for the next, what is this? So it's 2 hours, 2.5 hours, a little more than 2.5 hours. If the batteries hold out and if everything goes as planned. So stick around with us for another edition of Runway DFW. Hit it, boys. So as I said, we've got a beautiful day today. Farida Bed says, we can see everything, yay! I Love Airplanes says, my dad's coming in from Minneapolis on Delta Flight 1330. Will you be able to film that late, Walt? Well, I have not yet memorized all the times that different flights of airlines are coming in. So if it happens before, say, 9 o'clock a.m. Central Time, I'll be here and I'll be on the lookout for it. Other than that, I've got to go to work. And Bill Platt says, I know I harp on you all the time for this, but the gain on your microphone is blowing out on the high end when you raise your voice. Well, I'm not one to raise my voice, but I'll be on the lookout for that. I've got is that a limiter? Yeah, we've got a limiter on here, which is supposed to keep that from happening, but I'll try to monitor these levels as best I can. Let's see. Oh, Flugelshoff says the same thing. Your mic is a little overdriven, just a glimp. So I'll keep on the lookout for that. Esther Melee says, happy Thursday, Walt. Happy Thursday to you. Flugelshoff says, next goal 8,000 subscribers is possible, Walt. We're up to, what do we got? 7,918. So it's, may not be today, but pretty soon. Blue Stem, Illinois Prairie. Good day, Walt. TriStar Darren says, much clearer than the last stream also. That is without question. I Love Airplanes says, good morning, everyone. Epic Toastman, hello, Walt. Good morning. And Bill Platt says, whatever I've done to... I'm popping my P's a little bit here, but... We'll do the best we can. So, anyway. You are looking at the UPS facility just to the south of us, which we can see this morning. And there you see in the foreground an MD-11. There's two other MDs over on to the west of that. And we should see some tri-jet action this morning, so stand by for that. Dwayne C. Good morning, Walton, everyone. Beautiful day. Before a little cooler temps tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to what our situation's going to be over the next few days. Normally I come to you on Saturday, but Saturday does not look like a good day for broadcasting. So we'll play it by ear, and I'll let you know as soon as I do what's going on. Well, as soon as we fired up, of course, I'm looking at our radar and nothing is happening. But at least we can bring you pictures of nothing happening today, unlike on Tuesday, when, again, at this time, we could literally not see beyond, much beyond the canopy there you see on the left. Everything else was just enveloped in pea soup fog. And it was kind of fun to try to bring you some semblance of a broadcast. And I didn't have all our cameras, I didn't have all our sound equipment up because everything was kind of gunky. So today it looks good. 777 Max, good morning to you. Epic Toastman says I secretly kind of liked the fog. I don't know, I kind of, it was kind of fun just to have that challenge of bringing you something, anything, which when it was such a challenge visually, we had to kind of describe planes as they were coming in. And I thought I had this problem solved as far as focusing goes, but not happening this morning as far as our field trucks. We've got our main Runway DFW satellite truck, and we've got this new Pan Am Econoline van, or Econoline pickup truck, I guess. With a little better focus as we dolly around here. Not much better. We're going to have to do better than that, Walt. But there's our fleet. And, Mrs. Runway DFW said, Walt, you kept going to yourself. I was focusing the camera on me for visual relief back on Tuesday because there was literally nothing to see. And she said, you need a shave. You look like a mountain man. So since then I have shaved. I'm not quite as unkempt as I was back on Tuesday. So there you go. Now, Astute Planes, that thing that you come here for to see. Over on the east side, I see a Delta flight 421, which is an A220, getting ready to lift off for LaGuardia Airport in New York. We can't see it over here because that's just the way things are here. We only see the west side of the airport.
Again, 564.
There's the east tower there. And I guess if we're kind of lucky, we might see the tail of this A220 go by behind those striped American Airlines tails. And I guess we can try to see it lift off into the sky. I guarantee you it'll get busier as we go along today. Probably see some little vehicles there attending to that MD-11. The cargo door is open. And now let's see if we can see this Delta flight
Delta 421.
go into the sky. Not seeing it, of course. It's not the biggest plane. I do see an aircraft in the sky over there. At least I can see it with my eyes, but I can't quite make out. There it is. I don't know if that's it or not. Now that seems to be coming in this direction, so. Well, that's our first plane of the day, whatever it is. Let me take the filter out here. Yeah, I can't tell you what that one is, folks. Sorry. Well, back on the ground. Got a bunch of planes lit up on the radar as coming out from the American Airlines hangar over on this side. This is one of them. Now, I can't tell if that's going in or coming out. Crank up the sound. Looks like an A319 headed over to the terminal area for its next assignment. We have an obstruction blocking our regular view of the North Radar Tower there, but there you can see the American flag blowing in the wind. That's a big, big flag, by the way. If you've been here before, you can see how big that tower is by the stairways in it. And so it's a gigantic flag. And it's blowing gently in the southerly breeze. We are looking to the east at this time. Stick around, we're going to have some planes eventually. Don't worry. Ron Sees America says, here from Louisville, send me all your UPS. Well, there they are. I know we'll be sending at least 2 or 3 UPS planes out this morning. Tim Heasley says, good morning, everyone, from Western Pennsylvania near Pittsburgh. Hey there, Tim. Andrea Molson, good morning, Walt, from a very windy and cold North Wales in the UK. Brr. Yeah, it's very pleasant here this morning. 64 degrees, a little cool, but hey, that's excellent. Got my little hoodie on, and we're good to go. Trish B checks in from a very windy and rainy Orlando, Florida. Yeah, you're about to get hit by some another storm there down there on the Florida Peninsula, are you not? So batten down the hatches. What else can I show you in lieu of planes taking off or landing? I see absolutely nothing on the radar coming in. I'm expanding out. There's a flight coming in from Nashville in about 9 minutes, so that adds to the anticipation. Yeah, this is one of the world's busiest airports, you know. I'll have you know that. There goes an American jet over the bridge, you know, like we wouldn't want to see it take off from over here. I think that's one of the planes that came out of the American hangar. And here is yet another, which is beginning its day. As you can see, there's literally no clouds in the sky that I can see. I'm doing the 360 here, and yeah, I don't see any clouds in the sky, so that's good. As we say good morning to Robert Brailsford from Somerset in the UK. Hey there, Robert. I'm blowing a bug out of my mouth. Raina Taylor says, good morning, Walt and everyone. I'm tracking the planes on flight radar. I wonder how many people do that. Watch these. I mean, I know I do, but you know, sometimes I think I'm a little daft in that way. But I guess there's a lot of people who have flight radar going on their phone and one of these here airplane shows on their tablet or their TV set or another phone or whatever. Tomas 71 says the plane is American Airlines 1098 from Kansas City, due in about 20 minutes. So we'll be on the lookout for that. Hey, we're on the lookout for any planes whatsoever right now. If you're a plane, come on down and we'll take a picture of you. Armand V says, good morning, Walt. Looks like a beautiful morning, and indeed it is. Wish you could all be here, but we'll try to accommodate you virtually. Let's take a peek inside that cargo hold of that MD-11 there in the foreground. I think that's cargo. Is that boxes and stuff in there? Or is that just what the inside of a cargo hold looks like? That may just be an empty cargo hold. I don't know. There's another MD over to the west a little bit, and there is some activity there. Popping some big containers in. We say good morning to Nicholas Orozco, tuning in from Pecos, Texas. Hey there. Daniel Jager says, hi Walt, how are you? I am good, good, good. All right, we'll watch. I think I see them rolling a big container in here. You can see them moving around anyway. Getting into position to load up. Welcome to the cargo hour here on Runway DFW. Look at that, we got some double cargo action going there. It's hard to imagine. I mean, I wonder who came up with the concept of containers like that. Because, you know, once upon a time it was just all boxes getting thrown in there on conveyor belts and such. Well, we actually will be seeing shortly, very shortly, an actual aircraft actually landing here at this airport among the world's busiest in the world. It's going to be a Mesa Airlines plane being operated on behalf of American Eagle, Flight 5801, coming in from Shreveport, Louisiana after a 37-minute trip. It's a Mitsubishi CRJ 900 ER. And so we will shift our perspective over to that. If you're just joining us, welcome to Runway DFW, everyone. Happy to have you spending a bit of your day with us. We come to you from here at DFW Founders Plaza, which is a very nice parking area, viewing spot for everything that happens here on the west side of DFW Airport. It's free, it's open 24 hours a day, and thank you to DFW Airport for providing this great outpost for plane spotters. Just for anyone who wants to casually look at what's going on at a gigantic airport. Esther says, have you had your coffee yet? No, I usually wait until afterwards for various reasons, but no. So if I sound, I hope I don't sound too I hope I sound a little animated this morning. Ralph Reif says, good morning, Walt. Very interesting. All right, here comes the plane from Shreveport, about to enter your view there. So looky there, we got a landing. The first of many, so don't despair. And there we have one of the tiny cargo planes that goes back and forth from the UPS facility. It's a Martinair. Going too fast for me, isn't it? It's a Martinair Cessna 20B Super Cargo Master. Wow. You're not going to take off on that taxiway, are you? I mean, it is just trucking. I don't know where this one is going, but it looks as though it is destined for an east side departure. It seems to want to get there in a hurry. I wonder if there's a speed limit for going across the runways like that. Well, our next incoming flight is going to be another American Eagle. Another one operated by Mesa Airlines.
Good day, Patrick.
It's going to be flight 5840 coming in from Jackson, Mississippi. A CRJ 900ER. And we will bring that to you live momentarily here on Runway DFW. Stephanie Hutchison says, good morning, Thursday, or good Thursday morning, friends. Tuesday's broadcast was dubbed the Fog Extravaganza, and I want to give credit to our viewer Adam Serena for suggesting that title. That really stuck. And I'd never before had had audio go-arounds. We had a couple of planes going around, as you might expect on a foggy morning. Here's another one of these Martin flights. Again, this is cargo.
Left line runway 60.
And I think we're going to get to see this one take off from over here. I don't have a destination on this. And we're about to see our first American Airlines flight take off, or landing here. It's going to be flight 967 coming in from Austin, Texas, an Airbus A319.
Turn 130, Mark, take 60.
All right, the Austin flight is crossing Highway 114. We'll be seeing it here momentarily. Ah, yes, there it is.
What did you know, 1 day 2020? Right, cross 18 left, envoy local 2.
We check in with Robert Smith, who says, good morning, everyone. Hey there.
Wait, clear across 18 left and Hurricane 97. Good morning.
Coming in from Kansas City, Missouri, flight 1098 American Airlines. It'll be a 737-800. We punch up camera 1 to bring that to you right here on Runway DFW for this Thursday morning. Hello to AirAsia. Hi there, AirAsia. Getting a little bit of that moisture around the wings. We saw a lot of that on Tuesday, as you might expect.
Right on contact, ground, local 213.
With all that moisture in the air. And I don't know often, when that does happen, I don't always see it because I'm not looking at it on a giant screen, as some of you may be lucky enough to do. Cito Cool just subscribed to Runway DFW. Thank you, Cito. Mr. Melee says, nice sunrise, Walt. Well, we haven't yet seen the sunrise yet. What time is it now? It's 6:50. It should be just any second now. I think it's within the next 5 minutes or so, we'll see the actual sunrise appearing. So stand by for that. Got another American Airlines jet coming out of hibernation. It's an Airbus A320, which has been serviced and is all set to go on its next mission. And now here comes SkyWest Flight 3238, be operated for American Eagle. This coming in from Waco after a blistering 27-minute trip. So I knew we would have some planes eventually for you. Now we're going to get our first heavy of the morning. This is American Flight 6 coming in from Maui. A 787-9 Dreamliner. Roaring in. And if it looked a little off to you, it's because that plane came in on runway 18 left. Now normally the arrivals come in on 18 right, which is closer to us by a little bit. So yeah, for whatever reason, the flight controller said, come on down on runway 18 left. So it's not unheard of, it's just
Tower, good.
not the nominal arrival runway.
Can you say it one more time? East side. Echo cross 179, Control 6, probably has that.
Well, we have another rather large contribution to the Runway DFW Camera 5 Fund to report to you. This coming in from Mason, who has regularly given us some nice contributions. This is $100 from Mason. So thank you, Mason. We are well on our way to ordering Camera 5, which will be used to bring us some really great coverage from the early morning and late at night. So thank you again, Mason, for that generous contribution. Well, it's that time again here on Runway DFW.
What time is it?
It's way too early for that.
Cue the sun.
Okay, so if we're lucky now, we're about to see a plane intersect with this sun here. Let's see if this works out. Sometimes it does. It looks like it's on the right trajectory. It's going a little low. do that. Here's an American Eagle flight arriving from Lawton, Oklahoma, CRJ 700. American Eagle flight 3189, touching down right there.
This is Runway DFW.
In the morning.
I love jingles. This little Martinair flight is not even on the radar. Oh, here it is. It's another Super Cargo Master, I think. Oh, we've got to give this one some special consideration here. Because of its advanced years.
1988.
Yep, that one dates back 34 years. As we welcome a flight from Amarillo, Texas.
Right, taxi 1 left, 136.
CRJ 900, American Eagle flight 5861. Bill Platt says, holy cow, a lot of Martinair flights this morning. Yeah, they kind of, I guess they're a feeder for UPS. So they go to the airports that UPS can't. And again, I don't know where this one is going off to. I imagine it's certainly somewhere in the Arklatex region, as they call the area of, well, maybe even Oklahoma.
Left, give me 5267.
Arklatex Oak? I don't know. But most likely somewhere in Texas or Arkansas or Louisiana or Oklahoma. Hey, we've got a flight coming in from Lubbock, Texas. It's another American Eagle flight 3439. This one's an Embraer 175 LR. On the sunrise edition of Runway DFW. Oh, that was a little higher than I thought. It's supposed to get cold this weekend here. I think on Saturday. It's supposed to be in the 40s for the high temperature, Fahrenheit. It's 65 degrees right now, and it's, I don't know, that indicates to me that it'll be going up to the 80s probably today here in Dallas. Wad Hodge says good morning from Lufthansa Technique, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Uncle Car Guy is here. Good morning, Walt. Good morning to you in Indianapolis. Sophie YT, good morning, Runway DFW. Walt, hello everyone. Tim Bill says, where do all the jingles come from, Walt? Were they all used on TV and radio once? Yes, they were.
Triple six line up and wait.
I have, there's a place on the interwebs called jinglesamplers.com. And it's a very entertaining place to hang out, even if you don't want to buy any jingles. But they sell packages of kind of classic jingles and music that you can use. And the main attraction, well, one of the main attractions is that they're not restricted by copyright. When you buy them, then you can use them non-exclusively. So that's nice. And also because I'm kind of a fan of that era of jingles and music and 1970s stuff. Local car guy says, Walt, ABX flight 2048, just 5 minutes out going your way. DHL. Is ABX new to DFW? You know what? I don't know that I've noticed that before. So we'll be on the lookout for ABX. I observe here a super chat from our friend Bill Platt, one of our great moderators. I always do this for every stream, nothing more, nothing less. Keep doing you. Well, I don't know how to not keep doing me, but thank you, Bill. Bill's been very generous with his wallet and also with his time here.
40, maintain 2000.
That's American Flight 2272, an Airbus A321 arriving from Oklahoma City. That flight is less than an hour. I don't know if I can still see the time. 38 minutes. And speaking of our moderators, let us present to you their names and their handles here on YouTube, and I want to express my appreciation to all of them. Not all of them can be here at the same time, of course. One would not expect that, but so many of them pop in all the time to help us out. And so thank you to all of you for being such an integral part of the success of Runway DFW. Well, it's breakfast time here. Breakfast time at Founders Plaza. Somebody was kind enough to leave some breadcrumbs. Here comes an American Eagle flight from Abilene, Texas, flight 3647.
You parked it up to 1460.
Came in at kind of a steep angle. Do those planes normally do that?
Roger. American 2658, 177.
So things are happening fast and furious now. In just a moment or two, we will be seeing American Flight 1090 from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We were planning that go. We'll get it done.
It's going to be a 737-800, and that'll be followed up by a longer flight, American Flight 399 coming in from Anchorage. That'll be an A321, Airbus A321. That's a long ride in a narrow body plane, a 6-hour and 2-minute flight.
B park clear for takeoff left, American 431.
Here comes the Tulsa inbound flight. You might be able to hear we have some an outgoing flight now too. I think aside from those little cargo masters, we haven't seen anything going out this morning yet. Over on this side anyway.
American 431.
That is Alaska Flight 287. (737-900 ER), and it is destined for
Right charge to the ramp. 750.
Coffee Town in Seattle. And we had Uncle Car Guy talking about the ABX air flight
Takeoff RNFTV park
from coming in from Cincinnati. We have seen this flight before. I don't know if it's been operated by ABX Air though, but it's a DHL flight. We're going to try to look at it. It's going to come in over on the east side. No wonder I couldn't see it. That's not it. That's the flight from that was a flight from Alaska, I think. I'm trying to pick this one out of the air. There you can see at least parallel landings there on the east side. At least we did for a second or two. I think that's the one we were looking for.
Nancy Park 1815. Come back to bar channel 287.
So that's a 767, which we will be seeing over here as it makes its way over to the cargo area on this side. Speaking of cargo, made a sharp turn. That's UPS flight 9750. A 757. About to take its place. Came in from Little Rock, Arkansas. And we'll just give it a little salute there.
1997.
Got kind of a brief look at it there. That's a 25-year-old 20th century plane. Now if we can pick it out amongst the sunbeams here. And I don't know that we can. Oh, there it is. This is Delta Flight 1662 off to Minneapolis, St. Paul. It's an Airbus A220 Groaner. And I say that with love, but it does make that kind of groaning sound. Let's see if we can crank that up. Definitely heard it louder than that. I know what you guys have been clamoring for. Another Martin Air flight.
Delta 1662, you too. Sarah, give takeoff.
Can't pick this one out of the radar, so I don't know what to tell you about where it may be going. But there's the N number if you want to look it up for yourselves. I suspect this aircraft's been around for a decade or two. American Flight 2862 arriving from Wichita, Kansas. An Airbus A320.
Yeah, just switched over. Cross 18 right, 18 left. Use Martech 746.
So I think you heard the tower instructing that plane to cross 18 right and 18 left. There is International Terminal D there in the background. You're about to see the arrival of another American Eagle flight, this one coming in from Killeen in Texas, 43-minute flight, number 175 LR on runway DFW. There's that DHL ABX flight there way in the background. We saw it coming in earlier. It landed there on the east side of the airport. It's kind of wrangling its way around over to this side. Let's see if we can pick out an... Can we see this? We're going to try to pick out an A300 FedEx flight coming in from Houston Intercontinental. We'll see it in just a second. This is another one of those flights coming in on the east side of the big airport, so we won't get to see it land, but long distance shot of it. The FedEx cargo facility is over on the east side of the airport, so we don't often see them landing on this side.
Cross 20 left, look behind me.
That'll about do it for that.
Departure on route 3998. 18 left, American 25.
MRI says good morning, Walt, and all on runway DFW. Hi there. Uncle Car Guy, Korean Airlines, or Korean Air Flight 31, a Dreamliner is just 30 minutes out. And you're seeing Flight 3268 American Eagle just go through your view screen there. But next up is going to be Japan Airlines Flight 12 coming in from Haneda in Tokyo, Haneda Airport in Tokyo. This will be Dreamliner 787-9. And we are going to bring this to you live on Runway DFW. Gotta kind of crane my neck around to get you as much of this arrival as we can. Alright, it's just about to cross over Highway 114, which is just to the north of us.
Runway 18 left, late American 1143.
So, from the land of the rising sun to the airport of the rising sun.
Switch function 1182, good day.
And that completes a 10-hour and 40-some-odd minute flight from Tokyo.
Kilo cross 18 left.
Douglas Serrano says, good morning, Walt. It's nice and sunny at DFW. Indeed it is. TriStar Darren says, wow, thumbnail shot right there. JAL 787 in the sunrise. And there you see on the left of your screen American Flight 1143. It's headed to Los Angeles. It's an Airbus A321. And speaking of Los Angeles, let us convey our best wishes to our good pal Kevin at Airline Videos Live. Kevin canceled his scheduled broadcast from the H Hotel tonight because he's just not feeling too well. So we send our best to Kevin. And Kevin, don't push it. Make sure you're well before you get out there again, because I don't know how many of you realize how grueling it can be there to stand and it doesn't sound like it's grueling. I have to admit to that. You know, you're standing there, the camera's on a tripod, you're pushing some buttons. But there's a certain, tenseness associated with it, because you want to do everything right. You want to make sure everything goes out correctly. And there's just a lot going on. And I've never done, a 10 or 12 hour or a 24-hour show like Kevin has done before. But I know that after I do what a broadcast that I consider to be a long one, like of 5 or 6 hours, I just kind of slump down in my folding chair for about, 15 or 20 minutes after the show ends, and just with mental exhaustion. So Kevin, get better soon, would you please? Of course, he's got plenty of stuff on his page to look at, on his channel to look at. Well, there's a plane we'll be seeing over here shortly. It's UPS flight 767 coming in from Houston, landing on the east side. We're about to see our first tri-jet of the day, so stand by for that. Here comes American Eagle 3327 from Harlingen, Texas, in the southern part of the state, in Embraer 175. There's that Japan Airlines flight still waiting for authority to head over to Terminal D. A little hazy, a little bit hazy, but certainly not foggy this morning. Well, sir, our next arrival is one of the longest flights that we get here. It's American Flight 34 coming in from Auckland in New Zealand. It's a 787-9 Dreamliner. It left Auckland 12 hours and 47 minutes ago. And here it comes on Runway DFW.
A blast from the past, 1993.
Foxtrot, hold short of 18 left. 2751.
So this MD-11 off to Louisville, which is the big central UPS hub here in the U.S. That'd be an interesting place to visit. I think, hasn't Big Jet TV been to Louisville before? Or Louisville? We may get a chance to see this one taking off this morning.
We're at B bar, clear for takeoff. Last UPS, 2751.
Worth the wait. Hello, gorgeous MD-11, says TriStar Darren.
Ground on 5 seconds, 2012. Good day. 20 right close, 111. Departure UPS West 7. Good day.
And off it goes to Louisville.
Hey, Arnav, to start clear for takeoff, 28 left.
Now here's the plane we saw coming in earlier on the east side. This is UPS flight 9775, a 767, which came in from Houston a short time ago. And now we're going to have a diversion because we've got Korean Air Flight 31 coming in from Seoul. This will be another 787-9 Dreamliner for you here with us on Runway DFW on this Thursday morning.
United 23. Left on, when able, drop 5 and 31.
Looks like that was another arrival on what is normally the takeoff runway here. So I came in on runway 18 left. And because it's so bright out and sunny this morning, everything is kind of monochromatic. We don't get to see the nice sky blue livery. As we normally would. But we're glad we could bring that to you, and we've got another Dreamliner coming in, another 787-9. This one will be from Maui in Hawaii. It's American Airlines Flight 116, and it looks like it's also coming in over there on the 18 left.
Sub 2103, have a good day.
And I would classify that as a Land O'Lakes landing. John Lippman wants to know, this is a common question, what is the name of the website you use to track flights? Are you implying that I haven't memorized all of these planes and flight numbers and aircraft? Well, you're implying correctly, because I use Flight Radar 24, which is there's several apps you can use to track flights, and I don't know, this is kind of the one I settled on. I know others use it as well, as we look at United Flight 2371, which is going to be off to San Francisco. It's an Airbus A320. wind seems to be picking up a bit here. So yes, we were talking about flight radar 24, and I can actually pull that up for you here, I think. There it is. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. That's a look, an overhead look of DFW Airport with all the planes. We are there on the left side of that screen. So you can see there's not quite as much activity over there as there is on this side.
Today, United, P71.
And Flight Radar 24 has several different options for subscribing to it. You can use it for free. There are some limitations, or you get some better, you get some additional features if you send them some money every month. So there it is. Mike Greeno says, "Morning, Walt, and everyone else. Looks like another great day for streaming and watching aircraft. It's raining and windy here in the UK." Well, I guess that's all the more reason to plop down in front of your computer screen or your TV set or your tablet or your phone and just kind of hang out with us for a while. And we appreciate that. Carl Shield 1 says, "Good afternoon, everyone." Hello to you, Carl. Just a few high clouds over us, 67 degrees Fahrenheit, which probably means nothing to you over in the UK.
Departure audio zone for 965.
Breakfast time here at Founders Plaza. As we engage in some wildlife photography before we go back to those wild birds that we watch so often in the sky. The ones with the motors. There's the East Tower at DFW here this morning. Not quite seeing the skyline of Dallas back there anywhere.
No, I don't know.
It's a little hazy. Operations here on the west side seem to have been suspended for a bit. I don't see any runway inspections going on, but I definitely don't see any activity on this side.
Okay, line up and wait, 17 right.
Douglas says, "I see American Airlines Flight 102 from Honolulu on the radar." And hopefully we'll get to that soon. TriStar Darren says, "Getting some echo with sound?" I don't know. I can't directly monitor what I'm sending out to you, because then I would hear an echo in my headphones and that would be very confusing to me. I've tried that before. I guess there's probably you've probably seen on TV reporters out in the field, and they pitch them, and they look very confused all of a sudden, and then you see them yanking out the earpiece from their ear because they're hearing themselves come back on satellite with about a second or two delay, and it's very disconcerting. I mean, I guess if you trained yourself to do that, you could, but it's not very easy to do. So I'm trying my best to, I can hear what I'm sending to you, but I can't hear it coming back. So that could account for some discrepancies sometimes in how you hear me or how I'm sending things out, but I'm doing my best. I will get frantic messages sometimes, either on the chat or from Mrs. Runway DFW. You sound terrible. And I'd like to thank Mike Greeno for a £5 super chat. You see that on the screen. We will acknowledge it again here. Have a coffee on me, Walt. And Mike, I'm going to take you up on that, because as soon as we finish here at 9 o'clock, so we're coming up on 8 o'clock here Central Time. So in about an hour and 10 minutes, I'll pack things up quick as I can and go to the nearest Starbucks Emporium where there's a table waiting for me, and I can plug in and get the Wi-Fi going, and then start my real job, which is to produce content for a TV station here in North Texas, Southern Oklahoma. Alexander Pham says, good morning everyone from Grand Prairie, Texas. That's a suburb of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Gorgeous morning in DFW before the cold front coming in this weekend. And we talked about that earlier. Not looking forward to that. Here comes flight 1596 from San Antonio, Texas. It's American Airlines, of course. A pillowy landing. I see on the radar here another UPS 767 coming in from Austin. And that'll be happening. We should expect to see that in about 4 minutes or so.
Out of the way, one step right there, 1597.
Meantime,
West side direct.
not a lot happening, I must say.
Cross Gulf 8, 25 there.
Some activity at the UPS terminal there, as they're working to load up another tri-jet. Douglas says, did you get the white satellite truck and blue news van yet? No, not yet. I've only got these out of focus vehicles right now. I would like to acknowledge another contribution. This one from Paul Boone with a super chat of $20. Doing a great job, Walt. Anything exciting going on in the Metroplex this weekend? That's a good question. There's probably a football game of some sort. I don't follow it that often, that much, so I don't know. We're supposed to get some bad weather this week. It's supposed to be cold and rainy and blah. We say good morning to BK. Raina has a question. Are you going to do a live stream of the Dallas Cowboys leave for Wisconsin for their matchup with Green Bay? I don't think so. I mean, you know, I guess if it happens, it happens. But, I mean, if that happens while I'm broadcasting, that's something. But I don't think I'll be coming out specifically for that. Worse than the last angle. Definitely gotta do something about that camera. Let's see if this works any better. That's a little better. Yeah, there we go.
I just confirmed back at 383. Cleared only one right.
So there's our fleet of ground vehicles, the Runway DFW satellite just truck beaming our signal
cleared only one right.
into the ionosphere with our Pan Am auxiliary Econoline cargo pickup truck. I guess while we're taking other cameras, I will greet you. I left the hatchback on my car open, I guess. But anyway, hello, good morning, everyone. We are here at Founders Plaza, waiting for the next aircraft, and so we hope you will hang out there with us. We'll be here for another, I want to say, hour and 5 minutes or so. So glad to have you on board with Runway DFW.
Good morning, good. 39, visual to 18 right.
Comes a plane finally. This will be American Airlines Flight 383 coming in from Bentonville, Arkansas, aboard an Airbus A319. Gentle landings this morning, always good. That's like coming in is going to be that UPS 767 we spoke of a bit ago. Arriving from Austin, Texas. As you look out there, on the left of your screen, there's a Frontier Flight 2711, an Airbus A320 which is bound for San Francisco. Try to zoom in on the tail this morning. It's just too backlit. I don't know that we can see anything on there. But for the record, it's Sunny the Lemon Shark. Switching over to camera 1 now for the arrival of that UPS flight, which seems to be taking forever to get here, but now I can see it. Just barely a 20th century plane.
27.
And I tend to always stop down for 767s when we see them because
190.
we do not see any passenger versions of them here unless it's a special occasion. Usually a charter flight. We've seen some Delta and United sports charters coming and going every now and again. But as far as passenger planes, we don't see this type anymore here at DFW. Vince Las Vegas says, top of the morning, Walt, and all. Thank you, Vince. Alexander informs us that China Airlines 747 cargo is 30 minutes out. I was hoping that we would get to see a 747. That kind of makes our day here. So I'm glad that we can hopefully bring that arrival to you. I did see that last night when I was looking at the scheduled arrivals and departures, and I tend to try not to get my hopes up because sometimes, especially with cargo flights, they don't always adhere to a set schedule the way that passenger flights do. I mean, you know, they are on schedules, but because they don't have to wait for passengers, if they get loaded up and they're ready to go, then they can just go. So they can come early, they can come late. Douglas Serrano says Frontier is finally adding another crew base here at DFW, and yeah, we touched on that I think in our last broadcast. They're also going to be adding another gate. Frontier is, and flying to some new destinations from DFW, including Montego Bay, Jamaica. So.
All right, good to take off 18 left and park.
So Frontier seems to see an opportunity here with Spirit folding into JetBlue. And Spirit is a pretty hardcore, low-fare airline, as is Frontier. But I guess they see that that Spirit will kind of be moving up the ladder a little bit when it does, assuming that its merger with JetBlue is complete. So I guess Frontier sees an opportunity here at DFW for ultra low-cost carrier status to fill in some gaps that might be lost when Spirit transitions. So good luck to them. Look what we've got here. We've got a 757 pulling out. This is the daily flight, or at least weekday flight, that UPS makes to Ontario, California. Yet another 20th century aircraft, and I can tell you I can smell the jet fuel from here. The wind is blowing right in our direction. From just a few hundred yards away, and so can definitely smell the jet fuel. Paul Boone says, I used to live in an apartment in the city in North Arlington with a pretty decent view of this runway from the balcony. Wow. You could have started up your own streaming channel. Paul says nothing like Jet A in the morning. New subscriber, Erico Mazzalendo. You are the newest subscriber to Runway DFW. That makes you subscriber number 9,728 as we crawl our way up to the 8,000 mark. So thank you.
Echo Mike. Come with you,
Well, you're not missing anything by us kind of focusing in on this proud 757. It will get busier in the next 20 minutes or so as we ramp up towards 9 o'clock, and We're looking forward in the next hour to see a China Airlines Cargo 747. So hang in there with us on Runway DFW.
We'll continue with our story following station identification.
Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW, incoming.
It's Thursday, November 10th, 2022. And I better turn some of that down so you can hear me. Thursday, November 10th, 2022, and you're watching Runway DFW from our perch here at DFW Founders Plaza on the northwest side of DFW International Airport. It's a noisy little bird. Well, typically they'll let this plane take off right in front of us. Sometimes it even just points itself right at runway 18 right and departs, which is normally the landing runway here on the west side, but we'll see what happens.
Clear takeoff 17, fair wing 17.
We're up to 68 degrees Fahrenheit on this kind of
Partly 18, right?
partly cloudy day.
18 left, 2711.
The 757, another plane we don't see here in a passenger configuration here at DFW anymore.
Departure, have a good one, fair wing 718. RNAV to Laren, 8 left, clear for takeoff, UPS 27.
So you hear there the clearance for takeoff. This will be on runway 18 left. And again, this is going to Ontario, California. Looks like it's going to be a turn-in and a burn-in because it got the clearance. Hello to Ms. Wolves 13. Good morning to you. One of our great Runway DFW Moderation Federation members. Time for the arrival of American Flight 1750 coming in from Cancun in Mexico on an A321. I can see myself reflected in the monitor that I'm watching this plane landing on, and I'm squinting with one eye to kind of exclude the extraneous sunlight. I'm sure I look pretty goofy.
28 left at Whiskey and
All right, our next arrival is coming in from another Mexico destination, Guadalajara. It's American Flight 1034. And this one's going to be a 737-800. So nice to see so many regulars here in our chat room, and if you haven't yet availed yourself of the opportunity to subscribe to Runway DFW, why don't you go ahead and do that here on YouTube? It's no cost to you, a YouTube subscription, and that just lets YouTube know that it'll help you find us again to watch more great content from DFW Airport. So that helps us, and of course the likes. Click that little thumbs up, and when you do that, that helps YouTube send us to more people who are aviation enthusiasts. So the YouTube giant brain says, hey, this person likes aviation content. Let's show this to other people who like aviation content. And that way we grow and we get to do more shows like this for you. Douglas Serrano says, I see a China Airlines cargo queen from Anchorage on the radar several minutes out. And that's what we want to see. Looks like our next heavy coming in here, and it's still a couple minutes away, is going to be American Flight 102 from Honolulu. And that'll be a Dreamliner 787-9. We've seen, what, 2 or 3 of those already. And I'm seeing the Anchorage flight about 13 minutes away, it says here. So that'll put it, what, right around 8:30, so bottom of the hour. So our next incoming flight is this flight from Honolulu, and it still says it's a minute away. Probably more like 90 seconds. Been flying around up there for 6 hours and 22 minutes. Paul Boone is urging you to smash the like, hit the notification, and subscribe, please. I prefer not to use the term smash. You don't want to break your screen or disable your keyboard. Just a gentle tap. That'll do it. Right. So how's that 90 seconds coming along? Are we getting there? The Dreamliner flight has not yet gotten to Highway 114, which is where we can begin to see it visually. There's a couple of places we can set up here at the Founders Plaza. In the mornings, we tend to come around here to the south side,
B Park, we're clear for takeoff.
where we can see, get a better view of the UPS action, because there's usually a lot of it in the morning. But it kind of obscures our view of incoming flights. So, normally we'd be over there. In the afternoons, we're generally under that canopy there on the left side of your screen. So we get a very clear incoming view of flights arriving. But our view of UPS is obscured. Operation Photography says, "Hi Walt, I'm good today. I've clicked the like button, thank you. And I have 2 more jets. I have had 2 more jets to my list of aircraft I have photographed."
Hey, clear across Whiskey Lee.
That is great. What were they? Are you talking about types of planes or airlines? Smoke and Slice BBQ LLC, Runway DFW. What's the weather like today? It's in the 60s and going up to 80 here in Shreveport, Louisiana. And, well, it's just shy of 70 degrees right now. It's 69 degrees Fahrenheit here at DFW Airport, according to our infallible thermometer. And I haven't looked at the forecast for later today, but I suspect it's going to be in the 80s here too. Our next arrival is going to be Sky West, flight 4945, operating on behalf of American Eagle. Coming in from, let's see if I got this right, yes, Chihuahua, Mexico. It's in CRJ 701ER. Flying around up there for 1 hour and 20 minutes. And we'll be seeing it here in the next 30 seconds or so, I'm going to guess. I don't know, it's a little slower than I thought it would be on a Thursday morning. Armand V says, Walt, I'm enjoying your Computer Corner TV videos. Well, that's a link that we have in our in the description of our shows. Computer Corner was a TV segment that I did on local TV here on WFAA for about 15 or 16 years. Once a week I would go on the air on the midday news and talk about computers or technology or internet. And this was back in the early days of the internet. So I got to see a lot of different things. I got to talk to Microsoft's Bill Gates on 2 occasions, although not in person, but by satellite. And so it was just kind of a cool thing to get to. I mean, it was like it was another thing I loved to do, kind of like this. And it was in addition to my regular job at the station. It was just kind of a side gig. So I put some of the episodes up on YouTube on a separate channel. And the link again is in the description of this broadcast. And if I have some time, I mean, I've got a lot of these in the can, as they say, to upload, and I haven't done a lot of them. I've only got about 3 or 4 of them, I think, online right now, as far as these episodes that I did, and they ran about 5 minutes each. So if you like old technology, check out Computer Corner TV here on YouTube. You'll get to see a much younger me. Our next flight arriving here on runway 18 right will be from San Luis Potosí in Mexico, an Airbus A319, American Airlines flight 1792. Smoked Slice Barbecue LLC says, Runway DFW, are you going to be out there this weekend when it's in the 30s? I haven't decided yet. I haven't looked specifically at the forecast yet. I know it's going to be cold. The problem is going to be the wind. If the wind is coming out of the north, that means we'll have north flow operations here, and that's really not optimal content. But I just haven't made that decision yet. Maybe we'll do an abbreviated broadcast on Saturday. I'm not sure. That depends on the weather. But of course, YouTube provides you with that little notification bell thingy. So if you want to know what we're up to and when we're up to it, that's how you can do it. And if the conditions warrant, we will deploy our satellite truck and our Pan Am pickup truck, and we will bring you a broadcast. Craig Russell says, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Becky Davies says, hello, Runway DFW. Hey there. There, is that a plane that's going to take off, actually? Or is it going over the bridge? No, I think it's moving into position to take off. That'll be American Eagle Flight 4168 and Embraer 175, which is going to Corpus Christi on the Texas Gulf Coast. But in the meantime, coming in from Springfield, Missouri, I believe, is American Eagle Flight 3822. Another Embraer 175.
Car departure, 1603, we'll see you.
And again, if you were thinking of tuning away, don't forget we do have a China Airlines Cargo 747, the only Queen that we'll see today. And that's on the way. In fact, it is just 2 minutes away, according to Flight Radar 24. It's coming in from Anchorage. So, whoopee.
Wait on, wait 4168.
It'll be coming in right behind a Contour Aviation flight arriving from Greenville. GLH. Is that Greenville? I'll figure that out. Greenville Mid-Delta Airport in Mississippi. So, okay. We don't see too many Contour flights. Kind of one of these smaller airlines that serves relatively tiny airports, feeding those passengers into this big one.
Landing on 18 left, we have takeoff.
And so you heard the clear for takeoff message for that plane that's sitting right there on the right side of the screen. But we're going to hang out for this Contour plane, which is now just about getting ready to cross Highway 114. Hopefully it will pull off the runway quickly enough so that the big 747 can come in behind it. Here comes our Contour flight.
Better part, have a good one. 4168.
There's a tiny jet. As we pull back, we get to see another tri-jet. Hasn't quite lit up the radar yet, so we don't know how old this one is. But at this time, I'm going to switch over to China Airlines Cargo.
Make left, 2788.
Queen of the Sky is touching down from Anchorage. see any Queens on Tuesday. Or maybe we did, but the fog obscured them. I'm not sure, but we can cross that one off our scorecard for today. Probably here in the background, that familiar Tri-Jet wine.
452, so on. American left 9 visual 177. Clear for takeoff on FB Park 2788. Right up the way, American 2793.
I can't tell what those emojis are, Vince. David Sheffield's commenting on our nice new truck. He says he's working on a new train layout in retirement, maybe working in airport plane spotting park. Well, wouldn't be the worst thing.
788, good.
I guess you'd also have to then build an airport, yeah? Hope you've got lots of room in your basement or where, or your garage or wherever you've got that train layout being set up. Joe Rat says those windows always reminded me of the Batman symbol from this angle. Huh. See if we can get a closer view of that. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, kind of. I can see that. Oh, and Vince was explaining they were crowns for that royal arrival. Okay, got it.
18 left, American 2759.
My screen is kind of small for seeing what's, you know, for what I'm sending out. My screen is kind of tiny, so sometimes I can't quite make out. I'm not that good at emojis anyway. Sometimes I just can't. I squint at my phone and I say, what is that?
One in left, line up and wait on 65. About 20.
A classic UPS MD-11, says Craig. I've kind of cranked up the audio there so you can kind of get some of the sense of it that we get here.
Parking on the OS.
Will C says, good day, y'all.
Wait, American 520.
And that right there is physically as close as we ever get to an aircraft here. You can almost reach out and touch it.
Takeoff, RNAP, American 520.
Although if we were to zoom out, you can see actually kind of how far away we are. But it's not that
Line
far.
away at American 1059. Departure 3558.
A bit of a haze in the air as we gaze upon this three-engined behemoth.
On have clear for takeoff, 1A left, American 1059. Heads right out of the point, American 2438. Traffic on envoy 3369.
There you can see some of the activity of the planes lining up for takeoff here on the west side of the airport.
185, hold short of 185. 20 today.
Well, for whatever reason, this plane has not popped up on flight radar here.
That was 3231.
We can see it, so we know it's there. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Departure over 39.
It's like 2785 off to Louisville.
Departure American 1059, see ya.
1996.
That is the age of that aircraft.
Clearance 18, let's move for takeoff. 51.
So I think this one's going to have to wait in line with some of the other passenger aircraft that are lined up there. We've got American Flight 2767 and Airbus A321 off to Seattle. We've got American Flight 2720, 737-800, which is going to Tucson, Arizona. We've got an American Eagle, Embraer 175, going to Lubbock, Texas. And an American Flight 2722, 737-800 off to Reno. And then there's this.
We're one is from American 2720. Tourist goes 3231, get it. Departure, off with 3992.
So, first out of the gate is this one to Seattle.
American 2720.
Lost it there in the sun for a second.
Left, line up and away at American 2722.
And the flight that just landed is American Flight 2720. No, wrong. It's American Flight 2612 from Denver. The MD-11 still cooling its jets, literally and figuratively.
20 left, 2722.
Smoke and Slice Barbecue LLC says, Runway DFW, I like the paint scheme of the UPS planes. I wish FedEx had a better paint job. Well, I guess one could argue that the UPS flights are kind of, they're not as colorful as the blue, white, and orange, I guess, of the FedEx. Or I guess it's purple is the color of FedEx. But no, I don't mind the UPS paint jobs. Here comes American Flight 1066 from Mexico City. That was a 737-800. The Tri-Jet is on the move now, so it's getting close to taking off. So it'll be kind of rare for us. We normally don't get to see two MD-11s taking off, even though they're both going to Louisville. We will often see at least one of them go over to the east side for takeoff, if not both of them sometimes. So a rare treat, a double MD-11 takeoff for you on Runway DFW.
Roger, I would go 141.
So, Runway DFW with you for about another 10 or 15 minutes or so. As operations ramp up here on the west side. See all the planes queuing up. Our next arrival is American Flight 2890, a 737-800, coming in from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Departure on 41 to 7.
For takeoff, 1 left, 604.
Stephanie Hutchison says, gonna run for today. My geeky side is going to watch an engine builder competition online. Well, that sounds interesting. Thanks for hanging out with us. Well, we've got an American Eagle flight coming in from Durango. American Eagle flight 5837, a CRJ 900.
Yep. 18 left. Off to Parker. Takeoff.
Had a bit of a tilty thing going on there as it touched down, but no problema.
Runway 1 is left, line up.
A little bitty jet taking off here.
T93 is on. Right left, clear for takeoff, 1174.
That was a Delta private jet, DPJ 491, off to Omaha, a Hawker Beechcraft 400 XP. So there you go. This is the time of the broadcast where the flight radar screen gets so crowded, sometimes I have a problem picking out one plane from the other.
I have check. Taking out 1 right, 97.
That appears to have been American Flight 1174 off to Guadalajara. A 737-800. Got another of that same type of aircraft now arriving from Omaha, Nebraska. Wind picking up just a bit as we approach the 9 o'clock hour.
There's only one thing about 9.65 on the automatic. 540 east. 790, have a good day.
See if we have anything interesting coming in before we depart. Right after we go off the air, usually the daily Emirates flight comes in. I'm seeing if that will be an option for us. the skies now for Emirates. And they've got a 777 from Dubai coming in, but it's about 28 minutes away, so it will be not something I can bring you today, unfortunately. Sorry about that, folks.
Takeoff, runway, American 13.
Line of boy, 18 left, American.
What you just saw there was American Eagle 4925 CRJ 701, which just arrived from Grand Island.
Good day, American 13.
There on the right is American Flight 1263, about to leave our view. It's an A319 off to Silao in Mexico.
18 left, 353. Departure, I'm with 445.
And the flight you just saw coming in on the right side of the screen was from Garden City. American Eagle Flight 3500. Alright, winding down now. That's American Flight 353 off to Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. This may about do it for us here on this edition of Runway DFW. Now, you know what, I think we'll end with the incoming flight from Phoenix. This is going to be Flight 698 and Airbus A321. Flying through your screen there, we'll pick it up on camera 1.
Takeoff, left RNAV, Layer, American 353. Departure, good morning, 13.
And that, I think, is going to do it for our little presentation here on Runway DFW for this, what is this, Thursday, November 10th. Yeah. So, are we ready? Here we go. I would like to thank you one and all for joining us here for this Thursday edition of Runway DFW. My name is Walt. We'll be back in a matter of days, who knows. Maybe tomorrow, probably not. Maybe Saturday, don't know yet. But whenever it is, you can bet it will be action-packed for almost all the time we're on the air. I can almost guarantee you that. So anyway, I want to thank you all for being with us. I want to thank all of our great Moderation Federation who are able to join us today. We always are so appreciative of their efforts to make sure that our broadcast goes well. We're running out of music, but you know what? I can start the music again. Right? See? I have the power. So thanks to all of you guys. Thanks to all of you out there who took the time to tune in today and watch and comment and hang out with us. It's been a blast. And what else did I want to say? Oh, and get better well Kevin over at Airline Videos Live. He's a little bit under the weather, but we know he'll be back with us soon. So think a good thought for Kevin as he recovers, and we will be back soon on Runway DFW. It's Walt. Happy contrails to you until we meet again. Bye, everybody.
Away for American 389. I have to land at clear for takeoff on 18 left for American 389. And wait 36-3, 18 left, line up and wait. American 850, it's all two ready to go top, over here ready. 389. 2667.
Stay tuned for The Price is Right, which follows at most of these CBS stations.